It's your host with the most, Sandy Cat. You can be a very good kitty cat, and I'm glad you're always listening to me. The point being is that I relapsed on alcohol today. After about 5 months without it, those 5 months were going good on and off. I mean, for the most part, I think it was better than drinking 5 or 6 days a week and downing 6 to 7 shots at a time. But it's been difficult, and sorry, I just woke up after a 4 hour nap. It's 12 o'clock at night. And that's like an hour more than I've usually slept over the last 10 years. So, not to go off on any tangents, but that's probably the only good thing about drinking, I guess, if there is such thing as a good thing. So as usual, I like to do my videos and just do them right off the top of my head, and hopefully I make some sense. And I just want to be honest, because if I'm not honest about this kind of stuff, I'm just going to let it get out of hand again. So yeah, I quit a few days before New Year's. Imagine that. A few days before New Year's. You're supposed to quit after New Year's to make your New Year's resolution, right? Yeah, got a replaced hip a few years ago because of it. Broke my wrist last year because of it. So I got a couple extra scars from it. I guess that's a good thing, right? Makes you look tough. Anyways, I bought 3 shots from one of my liquor stores that I used to go to every time I flew my drones, and I figured it's been a hard week with sleep and emotions and all that. The kittens just, they make me happy, but there's only so much they can do, right? They're not exactly yeah, they aren't doctors. I mean, they're doctors kind of, but not really like that. So yeah, I bought a few shots of the cinnamon whiskey over at my liquor store. Oh, I've probably been there like over the last few years, probably like 50 times or more. I mean, probably much more. Point being is that bought 3 shots. Didn't do them all at once, of course, but as usual, right away I did one, and as usual it was within 20 minutes. Oh, I haven't done a shot. Oh, might as well just do another. Yeah, it kind of became just like immediately, just like my brain thinking I need more to keep on flying my drones and do that. Luckily, I have some kind of self-control to where I was only able to do 3 over. I think I was there for a couple hours, so I didn't rush it too much, I guess. That's not really important. Had a pretty good time, of course. How won't you have a good time when you're a little drunk? Got 3 more shots, came home, did a couple, poured the other one out, because after having 5, I just didn't really feel that good. Wasn't doing its job. And honestly, like, I probably needed twice as many. And then I don't know, like, nothing was really working out. I mean, nothing was working out how I wanted it. Because when I drink, I like to play a racing game. I like to fly drones. I like to, I don't know. I don't really like to do much of anything, to be honest with you. And then when I do stuff, when I run out of alcohol, I kind of want to stop. And it's kind of like the end of the night. It's kind of the end of the experience for me because my brain is just like, more, 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 please. Um, and the more I drink, the worse it gets, and then the next day I definitely do not feel good at all. And eventually, the only thing left to do is to buy more shots. So, yeah, so that's how my brain works, as I'm sure many people with binge drinking problems might, understand. Was never a hard alcoholic, never drank in the morning, never drank after waking up. Thank God I never had alcohol laying around or anything like that, but that was an excuse, An excuse before to keep things going and to keep, just to keep on finding finding times that I needed to have my drinks, because I'd been through, even before I started drinking, I was having issues with life when I was a little kid with, well, I like to say ADHD, because I was always a problem in school and I was always a problem just in general, more so than the other kids. Um, Definitely getting myself in trouble more than the other kids, definitely worse grades and all that stuff. So yeah, my point being is that self-medicating with the alcohol and the weed didn't, was something that I just naturally went to. Um, I was gonna buy some weed today too, because those are my drugs of choice. My entire life were drinking and weed mainly. But it's been a few months plus since I've smoked or done anything like that. So luckily I didn't do that, because, that stuff's all over California now. So it's everywhere you look. Getting on the freeway on ramp today, some guy pulled up next to me I don't know, long story short, he was wearing the shirt from the dispensary, right, quarter mile down the street from there. So that stuff's all around. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't do that, because that stuff, I'd be right back to smoking in the morning as soon as I woke up, for the most part, and just going throughout the day, smoking, 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 and more smoking. Um, yeah, this is a long video, isn't it? And I know not very many people are going to make it to this point, but this is for me. And I guess anyone that's suffering with addiction, because addiction is addiction, and even so, I'm not a hard drug user, not a hard drug addict. Or a hardcore alcoholic. Like, definitely, I am an alcoholic, and and as bad as it sounds, I am an addict. I mean, as bad as it sounds, it is bad. It is bad. It's it's a natural human thing that we all go through. But I'm not drinking anymore. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that once a week and seeing if that works. Just on the weekends. No, that never worked for me. Even when I was even when I was just getting really, really drunk on the weekends, like at these parties, staying up until 7 a.m., dancing, getting drunk. I would drink throughout the week after that, at night, usually, because I used to have stuff going on during the day before I ruined my life on it. And, but yeah, so I just have to be honest to myself, because I'm going to be watching this video in the future, to remind myself that drinking is not worth it. And I was I was been a bit of a caffeine addict lately, but it's not as bad as drinking, I don't think. No, no, because what I used to do is I used to go to these drone spots, and I used to buy twice as many shots, if not more. Be there for 4 or 5 hours maybe. And let me tell you, after that long and drinking 8 drinks or something, not the safest way of going about life. So, yeah, I don't expect to be a YouTube star, being the face of addiction, but there's a lot of people going through this. I've been to meetings, I've been to all sorts of fun stuff from all of my experimenting through the days, but yeah, there's no joke that drinking is always going to be a part of me, a part of my addictive personality. So I don't feel bad that I drank, because it happens. People relapse. It's just a natural thing, I think. Unless there are some people that are able to make it for years and years and years, but to the rest of us that aren't there yet, it happens. But I'm going to learn from today. I'm not going to drink again. I'm going to tell myself that. I'm going to work on doing whatever I have to improve myself. And that does not include drinking at all. So, yeah, I think it's almost, I was going to say 10 minutes, but god damn it, it's been 13 minutes. I can go on for much longer. Anyways, so yeah, guys, thanks to my friends on YouTube that are nice and that have supported me. I'm sure they don't know everything about me, except that I love kittens and cats and drones and racing games and Jeeps. I love a lot of things about life. And I'm sorry, drinking, but I don't think you're one of them. So yeah, it's been a very tough week this week, and yesterday was really tough, and today was really tough, and I let it get the best of me, but it's not going to do that again. So I'm going to work on myself and work on being a better me without the use of that stuff, which only is going to put me in the hospital, put me in jail, and probably won't live as long of a life, that's for sure. Thanks for making it as far as you can on this video. I know it's tough. It's not like I'm some great movie or whatever. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm a movie star. But anyways, yeah, I like to make jokes, and I was gonna say I wish I could be a comedian, but those people have some pretty bad addictions too. Just want to be cool, just want to enjoy life without the use of anything. Maybe some caffeine though. Anyways, thank you for listening, and I don't think Sandy really cares. Do you care, Sandy? What about you? Mr. Caleb, have you been listening? No, you haven't. Okay. These cats, they don't care about anything but me and themselves. Have a good night, guys. Peace out.